You are now rocking with the Patio PolitiCz.
That was not a
You set yourself up.
I was not conscious when I did that.
You set yourself up. You're the greatest assistant ever.
Welcome
You tend
to
do
the
it.
patio.
We here, the Patio PolitiCz.
Oh,
you know
my
what it is.
goodness.
It must be Tuesday.
It must be Tuesday.
We must be underneath the patio.
Ow, ow, ow.
On my mama though.
Yeah, my mama though. From
Hey.
y'all done switched up on me. You know what I'm saying? So from the right to the left, unincluding myself. Who y'all be? What it is?
Oh, from your right to the left.
Oh yeah. Oh
That's
yeah.
me on top.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! I'm up already. It's just already happening. It's your girl Shanga, the medicine woman, and I'm just here today trying to watch what I say. So this dude back here will not have anything to say.
I'm gonna find
So we're
something.
gonna see what happens though, man. We outside.
Man, y'all already know what's happening. Kendon, Rider for Life team, official. Yeah.
Yeah. Triple R, reckless, rowdy. Well, quadruple R now. Reckless, rowdy, royal rider. There you go.
Come on.
Yeah. King Mac Millie, the value that allows you the opportunity to roll with me.
Oh my
You know what I'm
goodness.
saying? And we ain't rolling, we riding. We
rolling.
We got a subject, Sir Mac. We got a subject for y'all today, and it's gonna go there. Perhaps, maybe. I mean, we always go there on the patio, but
Really dissecting something that is
yeah. We gonna get up underneath the patio.
It's getting kind of.
and pull out why do men find it so hard to talk about what's stressing them.
I don't think that you set that up properly. You don't get up under and pull out. Why men? I don't. Anyway.
At least I said we pulled out because we shouldn't. We don't ever pull out. We always stay in. Just see if you just let it breathe and leave it alone, it ain't never got to come back to you tenfold.
that don't even
Whoa!
work.
All right, y'all. Stay tuned. We're gonna talk about this.
Yeah.
Clearly, I'm not a man, so we're gonna hear what they gotta say, and I'ma just toot chime in where
Yeah. We
'Cause
gonna
I'm
see where it's
interested.
gonna go. You know, I'm interested too. But the theme goes like this.
We hope you stay a while, cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. Cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like, yeah. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. I said it's right for life. Come in with the shows that you like. We tryna be the best on the mic. DJ playing cuts that you like, yeah. It could be the start of your day, or maybe just the end of your night. But if you rock it with us, Patio PolitiCz is gonna do you right. Oh, cause it's right for life. Tryna be part of your life, yeah. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. Cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try. Yeah. We hope you stay a while.
Yes, indeed. We hope you stay a while. Shout out to Sed for that theme, man. Like, just so catchy. So
It's
catchy.
medicine every time,
Yeah.
bro.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be breaking fourth wall like that, but when I gotta give flowers, I gotta give flowers. I just, he just hitting it. Just
he is.
shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you.
Hey.
But yeah, man.
And if you don't stay a while, we're gonna play that shit for you again till it
yeah. You gonna be singing it to yourself, and every Tuesday you gonna be, we hope you stay
in the
a while."
shower and shit.
Gonna be talking to somebody right there like you ain't been here before, so if you don't stay here, them niggas gonna put you in the trunk and they gonna fire off a couple of rounds, and you don't want none of that.
So pull up.
So stay a while.
Indeed. But the topic of discussion, hold on, let me just there we go. As that cooks its way into the rotation, you know what I'm saying?
We just want to know from the men.
Man.
Why is it so difficult to share what you're stressing about? You're stressing. Stress don't feel good inside the body, inside the heart, inside the mind. Why is it so difficult for you to share that?
I got a question. Is it like an overall sharing type thing, or is it just in certain spaces, or like what are we attacking first here?
Man.
Oh, you mean
I feel like it's so many angles.
Yeah, I was finna say.
That's why I'm asking.
Like it's so many different ways to we can express ourselves. I feel like
because when it comes to a brother connection, I feel
That's
like
what I
we
was
open
finna
up.
say.
Yeah, I feel
amongst
like we
each
open
other,
up more.
It's easier amongst each other.
Yeah. Because
All right, so let's talk. Let's talk about relationally.
Okay.
You and your woman.
With the opposite sex.
Yeah, with the opposite sex. It don't have to be a woman. Just the opposite sex in general.
I can generalize it. I know for me, growing up, I have a beautiful mom. I love my mother.
Shout out to the mama.
Man,
Hey, mama.
Man, and anybody who know my mama is a hell of a woman. But one thing realistically though that I can always contest is that mama wasn't always available emotionally. So on my end, when it comes to expressing myself, it wasn't as frequent, or when I did do it, or if I did do it, it was with my siblings.
Okay.
I think that what you were just saying, like amongst the men, how it's easier for us to do it. I think because we got somebody that we can relate to.
Yeah.
And now in my siblings' atmosphere, we all the kids,
and we
in the
find
house,
a way
and
to
relate.
do it
We
amongst
find a
the
way
siblings.
to
You know what I'm
find a way
saying?
to let it out.
Yeah.
And I think for me, just constantly suppressing my feeling and feeling like, even if I was feeling something, like I wasn't supposed to be feeling that. And I think it's over time.
Yeah.
And maybe that just turned into.
What made you feel like you weren't supposed to be feeling that? Is it because the feeling has been suppressed since you were younger?
Right. So I'm gonna just say like a scenario, whatever. Getting in trouble about something, right? And maybe now the way that I looked at it was, okay, I'm having fun, I'm doing X, Y, and Z. But I didn't even get a chance to express myself how we was talking about when kids speaking up and not talking back, to where now I didn't even get a chance to fully express myself or why I was doing what, but it always looked like that whenever it was discipline going on. So when it came down to like getting older and then really just sharing it, like I don't even didn't really understand what that looked like until I was told, like, okay, like how do you actually feel about something? When I'm like, okay, well, wow, like there is another thing besides it existing in my mind.
It made you tap into the body, like
made
how
you
do
tap
I
into
feel?
like, like, okay, like there is something here, but like I didn't even realize that that's been forgotten for so long until it's becoming now. Like, now we grown now. This shit really we gotta talk.
He didn't took the glasses off and threw his
for real.
bang
I mean,
to the
nah,
right.
for real.
They still there though.
Man,
but like
man.
that's some real talk. I mean, it's interesting, and it's always interesting because we tend to come from different avenues on the topics and things of that nature.
Shout out to the avenues.
Yeah. I was a sensitive man. I'm still a sensitive man, but as a child, I was even more sensitive, and it was on Front Street. You know what I'm saying? I cried about everything. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't the type to like hide my feelings or hide my emotions. Maybe I didn't get the opportunity to always explain my feelings and emotions, but it was always a tear being dropped or whatever, or me always being unhappy about something. So like the stress in the scenario, I don't know, like where I'm at now, I do my best to not stress over anything because stress kills.
Right.
Stress kills.
There's certain people that I harbor emotions and feelings about that I can't talk to get that out because they're not going to be receptive and open to what it is that I have to say. So that's part of the reason why I don't talk about those things that stress me, because I could talk to somebody that's going to understand it, but the healing never really comes unless you talk to that person.
I do the same thing, King Brother, but like man, why do we do that to where it's like we foresee it to the point to where we don't even allow ourselves the justice to at least even get it out? To where we foresee it that much to where it's like they ain't even gonna be receptive to it.
I mean, because you already know, because you've tried to get it
people.
out. You know what I'm saying? You've been there knocking on that door and they ain't open, even though they sitting there looking at the door like,
man.
When you're, let me ask y'all this: when you are, in a relationship and you are something stressing you, let's say it's money, right? Let's say I don't know, your money's just not right for whatever the reason is, and it's stressing you. What would cause you to not want to convey that to your woman?
For me, because I've been there a few times, it's more or less like you don't understand why I'm stressing about these finances, because you don't understand, even though I've tried to explain to you and show you why I'm accruing these finances. Like, they're not just for me at this moment.
Okay.
They're for the whole family. So when my finance, like, I know you're thinking in a woman's mind frame, well, not you in general, but just speaking on it. It's like, okay, we got to get money. The money gonna be here. We got to pay bills. We wham. I'm thinking of it in a different light. Like, yes, the bill's gonna get paid. Yes, the bills are going to get paid, but I want to be able to do as much of my part as I possibly can. So when I'm put in a situation to where I can't play my role and can't play my part, it hurts me even more.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So what would make you not want to, what you just said right now, what would make you not want to say that to your partner?
I've said it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've been there, and it's just the understanding. So when you convey that to her, the lack of understanding is what's, because it's almost like a wash away. Like, don't worry, it's gonna get taken care of. It's like, I'm not worried, but I need to talk about this, and I need for you to understand why I feel like this.
Okay.
And then for you to act upon that in a certain type of way to where it makes me feel different, I guess.
Okay. What about you?
For me, being in the same shoes as King Brother, like, I've done that before, and I've shared that. And
you shared exactly what it is that you're stressed about and why it's stressing you?
I share what I've been stressed about. Why it's stressing me? Probably not. But what I'm stressed about, I've definitely shared that. And the rebuttal that I got, even in the sense of finances, it was basically like, I'm not doing enough. And for me, like, even just to get that response, just to know realistically what I was even in my mind doing to even obtain that, to make everything okay, just the stress, that was the sacrifice that I made. For me, you didn't see that sacrifice. I'm not even gonna bring that up for you.
Yeah.
But for you to just shoot that back to me, well, you don't even know it was like, damn, that shit was like a slap in the face. But I know at the same time she didn't see that sacrifice. But do you have to? Like,
right,
you know,
right.
Like, to get that, you know, so for me, just that feeling, it just led me on to like, okay, it's a me problem.
Yeah.
To where if it is that with the finances, let me get all of this together. Let me feel with it. Let me find out the solution, because that obviously that
and then it gets pushed back as it's a you problem from your partner or whatever.
That's how
it's
it
just
feels.
like, well, you're supposed to be figuring it out. Like, and even in most cases
Ladies, I hope y'all listening.
Even in most cases where they don't accept your leadership, when you know you're not leading and you bring that to the table, then they're like, you supposed to lead though.
Man.
So where's the solution at? And it's just like,
yeah, but we're a team.
Yeah.
The solution comes from between the two of us.
yeah. Like,
Okay.
I've been in a space to where it was even where the help was there. Like, you know, don't worry, I know what's going on. I understand. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna carry the load or whatever. But then there's still stress within that, because you see it. It's just like,
you don't even want it.
she,
Like,
yeah,
It don't
yeah,
sit
yeah,
well
yeah.
with you?
It don't sit well with you. One, she's not carrying it well enough. Two, even though she's
Right.
doing her best job, and then it comes out and you have to deal with that, but you can't be mad at that, because it's like, it started with me.
yeah.
Whether I was in control of that situation or not, I should have always been ready and prepared for that situation, just in case.
Yeah.
Okay, you said that you shared what you're stressed about, but not why it's stressing you.
Yeah. And I think that was 9 times that's because I didn't even have the words for it, like articulation for it.
Okay. Ladies, I hope that y'all are really tuning in and really listening to what these brothers are saying, because essentially what they're saying is they're being unheard.
What people take for granted, in my opinion, is the concept of being a friend. Like, truly, fully. People make jokes all the time, like, oh, you got friend zoned. Oh, she got friend zoned. I'm a friend zone him. I'm friend zone. Good. Friend zone me. Get to know me. Be my friend. You know what I'm saying? Unwrap the gift that is friendship.
Is me.
You know what I'm saying? That is me as well. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, once we become friends, we open up the access to be vulnerable like that, to talk
Fact.
and explain and things of these natures. And we're just not living off of perception and what we think we like about you, because this is what I've seen. I haven't seen the deepest parts of you. I haven't got a chance to understand why you operate in such a manner. Like, I'm interested in that. I want to know that. Like, yeah, you learn it over the course of time by default, but it's like, let's stop doing things by default. be in tune. Want to be in tune with why I'm going through what I'm going through, because I want to be in tune with why you're going through what you're going through. I've been in scenarios where women sometimes don't speak on what's stressing them, and it's just like, please talk to me. I'm begging you, talk to me. Well, I don't know, because sometimes when I talk to you, I get triggered because you say this or you say that. Well, talk to me about those triggers so that we can figure it out, so that, like...
Man, hey, no, like, just to hear you too, some of those situations has taught me about listening a lot too sometimes. Because sometimes, like, understanding why people is getting off what they're getting off. Sometimes they need advice. Sometimes they just need
to be here.
They just need to heard. Need to let it out. And and I say, like, for me, I've been in a situation to where individual always getting off what she's feeling, like what everything that she's feeling, always here to listen, always here to take that. But now, by the time to where you done got to everything that you done got to where I done put me on the back burner, and then now it's like, okay, now what's going on with you? Now how you feeling? Whew. Okay. because at that point, because when you really being empathetic and you really being sympathetic with somebody, I'm taking in all of you and I'm processing it and I'm dissecting it with you. I'm helping you navigate it. And now it's time to talk about me. But now the shit, I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot of shit to get to where I don't even want to get there.
And it's just like, you got to give her the time and space to process, because she just got everything off of her chest. So it's just like, but she got to recollect.
Isn't that cheating yourself though, Kay? For you to be like, it's just so much that I don't even want to touch it.
I can definitely agree with that, but feeling wise, that's how it feels. I don't even like. I don't even want to get off.
It's like, damn, you got so much on you. Like, let me just hold on to what I got and carry what you just gave me to carry, and maybe at a later point in time I could be able to express. But by that time, you done found a way to.
I didn't put it in the back pocket for so long. It's probably didn't.
You done found a way to cope with it and keep moving, because in my eyes, it's like. It's hard out here for the both of us, as a man and a woman, as a black man and a black woman.
Yep.
From my perspective, my view, my eyes, I'm like, let me take as much off of you as I possibly can, because I know who I am. I know my strength. Yeah. I know that I'm going to be able to bear what you cannot. And then even more so. But then there are some things that she could bear that you cannot, but you never know that unless you have those conversations.
Right. And sometimes you might get a perception to where it's be like, damn, I needed that.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. But it's like, you just I'm becoming more of a spirit reader, and so it's just like, you just gotta know who you can talk to about those things. You gotta know where you can release that stress at. Yeah.
And sometimes they don't feel like I can talk to you about this. Yeah.
Am I releasing this stress in a safe place?
Have you ever had something thrown back at you?
Oh yeah.
And even if it ain't being, I definitely had that. But even if it ain't being intentional, you get me like, I didn't share something with you before, but then you just balled it up. Yeah, and this is what you interpreted as,
or being received as throwing it in somebody's face when you're just being open and expressing. It's just like, I'm not doing what you think I'm doing. I'm not saying what you think I'm saying. That wasn't the meaning behind why I just gave you the message that I gave you. See what I'm telling you. Let me explain it differently then. Let me find a different words, different connotations, different delivery, like, because I really need you to understand that that's not what it is, but you're so locked into what you just received it as that you can't see it no other way. And it's just like, well, damn, I was trying to show you how much I love you and how much I'm here for you by showing you this, and you was just like, I couldn't wait for you to bring that up.
I'm gonna devour and throw it up on you.
Yeah. Sometimes, man, I done seen a woman get happy off of just seeing, oh, you got feelings. Oh, okay. Like the vulnerable state. Okay, like oh, you go vulnerable. Like you can see that little glimpse, oh, you got feelings too. I'm gonna say that, like, oh,
no,
you got.
No, I'm gonna say she was happy, as in like happy to see you expressing the emotion, or happy
that she found a trigger.
Which one?
Now the source of the happiness is unknown.
Okay.
But the fact that it was got off, and then that there was some joy that was out of that, but it's even then, like, through that, nothing came out. Like,
that's what I'm saying. What was the aftermath after seeing that joy? That's how you figure out where that happiness is lying.
Wait, I'm confused. So you shared with her, and then she showed joy?
Not the sharing. Cause it was almost like a realization from what I'm feeling. It's like, Oh,
You got
so
feelings
you do
too.
feel.
Like, you do got feelings.
Yeah,
Like, you do got
you
feelings.
are a real boy.
It's like, oh, okay. Now it just opened up.
But like that, like I know how that can be so crazy sometimes, because sometimes it feel like if I cry, don't nobody else get a chance to. Mm-hmm. And it's like,
that is a
we
cheat.
Know, for sure that.
That's a cheat.
For sure that. But it feel like that though sometimes though.
Well, I want to get in on that, so I'm gonna staple that in my mind. Can we take a break real quick?
Yeah.
Y'all
Come here.
just,
Let me.
you know,
I gotta ask you.
I'm in my heart too much right here though.
Nah, man.
Take it out.
See?
Go ahead.
See? Look at what's happening to the black man.
every
You're
time
not
we're
in your
here-
heart
Hey, look,
too much.
usually I'll
You
be
right
doing it
where
with-
you need to be.
Every,
right where you
every
need to
time when
be.
I'm here, I feel like, man, if people that's really trying to get to know me and trying to figure it out, if they locked into the patio, they gonna have my blueprint.
Hey, baby,
But-
that is my inners.
But I've learned you can have my blueprint now. At first, it was
Yes.
here's my blueprint.
Yes.
But I allow people to come in and disturb my foundation. So now
Yes.
it's like, okay, let me lock this off real quick first. Do what I do. Now I give you the blueprint. It's on you to be aware of what you're walking into now, because I done Macaulay Culkin that shit out. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't. You
Yeah.
didn't set traps
Yeah,
everywhere.
you finna get caught if you think you finna get in here and deceive me. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you're getting past the first one, it's always something else right behind it that's fit to come get you. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
all right.
Like, come in this house with me. Don't sneak
Well,
in here.
I'm ready to come in the house with y'all after this break, because
You gonna come in the house?
yeah,
all
pause.
right. You knew it was coming.
We'll be right back, y'all. The Patio Politics.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, because the brothers are pouring it out. We holding the space. And we gonna get to it, ladies, so
Yeah.
we can know how to take care of our men out here. All right, y'all.
We're gonna be right back.
Boom. I got it.
A culmination of powerful properties that create balance and produce good energy. Cultivating a culture of mindfulness is a daily battle. We target your inner me. Physiological effects, change you can truly feel. Aesthetically pleasing on the surface, but handmade to help you heal.
You are now rocking with the Patio PolitiCz.
We love you. We love you, Shanga. We love you. We love you. We love you so much.
We back at the Patio Politics today, y'all.
We just told you we loved
We
you.
outside with these ninjas over here, and we talking about why men don't share what they stressed about. They stressing me at this point. I just want y'all to understand that.
The joy
They're
and the stress.
stressing me. There's no joy in this. I'm just I'm stressed.
Oh,
Okay.
man. Not stressed.
I'm stressed. Now, see, I was about to try to help, but y'all done stressed me out.
Nah, you got a staple. It's still there. It's still there. You need me to touch you?
No, I don't. No.
You just gonna ring me off?
Ugh. See? So I'm just gonna tap in here one time. Because respectfully, I'm watching something happen right now
Really?
with y'all in this topic.
Getting the stress off?
Nah.
It's a little difficult to unpack.
It's y'all are showing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so
It feel like that too. It feel like it's difficult to unpack because like still processing. Like, damn, why this shit feel like that?
yeah, and even you is like, y'all got me in my feelings. Like, let me pull it back, and I'm like, no, this is the time. You know what I'm
Real
saying? And I think that speaks to what men are experiencing in the world. Like Mac, you said something like, well, both of y'all did, but you just kind of brought a little bit more in. You saying like, I'm listening to you. Tell me about what's going on with you, what's stressing you. And you said if I'm being empathetic about it, that means that I'm really taking it in. So by the time you ask me, well, what's going on with you? It's like,
Yeah.
I don't even want to put it out there. Like,
Yeah.
let me just take what you just gave me and hold that for you, and I'm gonna just keep holding mine, you know. And I think that speaks to, I want to say the power of the masculine, but I also want to say the abuse of the masculine as well, because that happens a lot and we don't realize it. And we don't realize it because as women, we tend to really verbalize, what it is that we're feeling a lot more overall, a lot more and in more detail than most men do.
And
so
the release is different too.
The release is different as well. But even like Kay was saying, like, okay, I hear you, I feel it, but I feel it. So I'ma just take it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, in that same breath, you helping me too. Like, I done been in conversations with, I'm gonna say, more emotionally intelligent women, to where questions were asked, and it helped me go inside of my bag now and to pull that shit out. You get me? Like, it wasn't like I just had to just flip this bag over and just pour everything out, to where like now I gotta find this shit to get out, to
it
where
was easier to like prompt you, like asking.
It was a connection, like
there
in a conversation,
there
to where
is.
Now I can get this out, because now you laying that foundation down a little bit, for me to let my feelings down, because if I'm being emotional, I'm in a whole nother hat.
Yeah,
okay.
You know what I mean? Then I would
It's a
normally
scramble.
be. Yeah, like it's a whole nother world. So I'm being vulnerable.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm putting down my tools. So sometimes having that help to help me to solve that and get through that, sometimes that helps me get everything
Get it out.
And it can be as simple as you saying 1 or 2 lines that's gonna feed this, and that's gonna be boom. But just going and just, oh, how you feeling? What's up? It ain't that easy.
That's interesting, because what is bringing to my mind is like, we talk about just divine feminine and divine masculine and what that looks like energetically, without the gender or anything else, just what that looks like in energy. They say that, man brings order and structure. The woman is the flow. You know what I'm saying? The man brings the house. The woman brings in the detail to make it a home. And so it sounds like the same thing almost. It's like, you can ask me this general question or this umbrella question, and as a man, as a masculine energy, I'm going to give you an umbrella answer. But women are used to going into more of the detail. So it's going to take for us to prompt our men a little bit, to help them to get it up and then get it out. And I think that's why it's so important to have and hold sacred space for our men, because it's already a challenge, not because they don't want to or they don't know how to. It's just like, it's a lot of shit going on in here. So to prompt him enough to start to get him to pour it out is one thing, but then you have to hold that sacredly. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't happen all the time. So if you take it and ball it up and throw it at him the next time, you just ruined it all.
Yeah. And that can show up as a judgment.
Yeah.
Simple as like a judgment to
Yeah,
something
like
that
you
was
saying,
being
like
said.
being, like what?
Like
I ain't applying myself hard enough. Like, hold on,
We
bitch.
need we need y'all compassion,
compassion,
because
compassion, ladies.
what society has led for damn near everybody to believe what a man is isn't really what a man
That's
is.
right. Say that, Mac.
You put
Message.
They put so much on what a man is that if we show any kink in that
Yes.
manly armor,
Yes.
we are at fault and we are not a man.
That's right.
And the moment that we know that if we take off this armor, we're still going to be protected and not have to defend ourselves,
Yes.
that opens up a whole nother avenue to be able to express and share that stress and the things that are tearing us down and ooh.
And listen, I just want to say this real quick, ladies. When it comes to wanting to have a relationship, be in a relationship, the safety mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, those are all important. You know what I'm saying? And so you're concerned about men and women. You're concerned about, things like your partner cheating on you and stuff like that. In my personal opinion, that's happening because people are living very surface level lives and having very surface level relationships. I don't care if you've been together for 20 years or you've been together for 2 months. People are living very surface lives. when you get into the inner workings of a person, that solidifies a bond that nothing can break except for the two people who have the bond. And so if you have a man in your life and you're wanting to truly bond with him, the greatest way for you to do that is for you to show that man that he is safe.
Yeah.
Because he's not getting it, especially if it's a black man. He's not getting it in a lot of places. That's why they love to talk to their homies.
It's
It's
gotta
a
be
safe place, right?
Yeah, it's got to be a two-way
That's-
bond though.
That shit
because-
crazy too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you can be laying down with a person doing X, Y, Z.
Boy,
Because
sucking and fucking
like
and
how we
touching
do,
and
you know what I'm
humping
saying? We
and
come along,
cuddling.
with the partners.
it come with jokes and all that and everything, and we
I'm sure the same happened for y'all.
like verbally, it might sound like on the outside that we tearing each other down because we capping on each other, bagging and all that
Right.
shit,
But
but
y'all
we getting
getting
it
to the
out.
stuff.
You know
That's
what
the
I'm saying?
therapy that
And that's
Yeah,
what
that
they're
we
used
should.
to
Yeah,
being.
that we
That's
into it.
that's how they're used to expressing it, right?
And so like,
Through the capping and the other stuff, but they're getting the work done.
yeah, but
Y'all
if,
think that
that's
it's
a
supposed to look
crazy
like it
analogy.
looks with the two women.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it don't.
So
Sometimes they come out hitting.
when they see it
And-
in between us, they come back and try to give us the same energy, and it's just like, wait a minute,
Oh, I can't come and cap with you and shit.
you can cap with me, but not in this space. You know what I'm saying?
So which energy is better from your woman, for her to give you more of the like, we're joking as we're talking about it, or for her to just give you the nurturing of it?
Here's the thing: you ain't never gotta question it. That's why I said it's got to be a two-way bond, because
Okay.
one-way bonds do exist in love.
Yes, one-way bonds do
So
exist.
it has to be a two-way bond. Once it's a two-way bond, then you have a spiritual connection, and she's going to know the energy to bring to you when she feels the energy that you are
Come
giving
on,
out.
Mac!
Yes.
Come on, Mac!
So
Can you hit the
Like to where
message
you-
button?
to where
Uh-uh.
you can almost say it in a playful way, but then she'll
You
pick
know.
that like she
Yeah.
know you, so where
Yeah.
she'll pick that up to where it be like,
she,
come here,
she
come sit
would
down.
Know,
Know your
you,
man.
know
Yeah.
you,
Know your
and
man.
you only know somebody else once you
Get outside yourself.
Once you
get
yes.
outside after getting inside yourself.
Pay attention.
Get outside yourself.
know who you are, and then jump on up out of that and be like, that's who he is. And I just seen it.
Right.
I was always about to say a flag, but it's not a flag. I saw the light come on. I saw the check engine light.
I saw the light.
So it's like my body language. I come in a house and I'm not my normal self. Like if I walked in this room right now or today and y'all don't see me like wham, and I come in, I'm just like,
And we live inside of here. Man, yeah.
she should be able to automatically come to me, put her hands on my shoulders and say, what is it? What is it? And don't worry, it's okay. Like I'm
he might
I'm
not be
open.
ready to share when you first asked those,
Yeah.
sis, but just tell him.
Even if it's one
I'm
of
here
those
for it.
like what is it? And then if you take a minute and you don't really respond immediately, she just
Don't get mad, sis.
I'm here. Kiss
Keep
on the neck.
processing.
Mwah.
Ooh, kiss on him. Mwah.
You know what I'm saying? Kiss on the neck, a shoulder rub. Be like, I'm here though. I'll be
Whenever
back.
you ready.
I'll let you take your space and your time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Sometimes that
that's
just
the
be
type-
enough. Like,
Yeah.
where now
yeah.
the ice is melting now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
now,
about to come to you now, rock your world, and then be like, baby, this is what was getting to me today. But you done broke that
Hey,
shit
you
up
know
from
what?
up off me.
That's truth. That's truth. And again, ladies, what I'm saying to you sitting here is that remember that men don't communicate the way that we do. The way that we talk amongst us and how we get out our feelings, emotions, or whatever's stressing us is not necessarily the masculine flow. You have to learn your man. You have to learn your mate. It reminds me of moments I've had with black men, and I'm like sitting there and I can tell that something heavy is on him. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that it was so heavy that I didn't feel prompted to say, hey, what's going on? I just sat there, I'm looking at him, you know what I'm saying? And he's just kind of like, he's sitting there he in it, whatever it is, he's in it. And if I remember correctly, the way it's playing in my mind, I didn't really have to say too much at first. I was just looking at him. And when he finally did look up at me, I'm just like, okay, Like I can read it.
Yeah.
I'm reading it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And so when we finally started to have like a little bit of dialogue, that was enough. Just as much as we want to be nurtured and loved and touched and hugged and caressed,
We do too, man.
that's all your man needs. Sometimes, right, to hold me. Sometimes,
Man, for
you know,
real.
sometimes it is heavy. Like
I wanna
men
be the
are
small
built, they're
spoon.
built different from us. So like Max says, some things they can hold, you know, carry better than us. Some things we can carry better than them. And so sometimes there's going to be things that he don't want to share with you because he's carrying it pretty well. It might just be heavy that day. I like to do this. Come here.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, because we're certain men. I can't speak for everybody, but I can speak for myself. Like, I'll do the same thing to you for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I would die to receive that on just as easy as I give it. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I've been in spaces.
We don't
where,
want you to die for it.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
die
yeah.
for it.
I've been in spaces where lovers have grown to learn my mannerisms and know what's up, but the conversation doesn't come with it. It's just like, okay, I see that he's up. Let me go over here.
So look, man, like veggie backing off of you, what you just said, right?
Veggie back in. What is that?
Message.
I thought he was gonna slide
I like
that.
that.
He tried to throw that out there.
Yeah.
So
That's a no meat comment.
nah, for real though. Like just thinking about that, like I would sometimes it's so much here to where like I know this person. And sometimes it can come off as closed-minded, but I know this person to where I can kind of have an idea of what you would give back to me. And every time I got something like this is what you give to where like I don't even want to share it with you because I don't even feel like you gonna give me back what I need. And I might be right here in my mind to where I'm giving myself the solution part of it. I'm giving myself the thought process that's gonna make me look better at it. But
You just need
I
the
still-
comfort in the
it
moment.
Still feel how I feel though. You know what I
Yes.
mean? But I already got that side of it. That ain't even it. Like you know, but
I got the plan for it. Right now I'm just feeling the feelings of it.
but I can't even. You know,
Yeah.
It's like I want to.
I
really
would
want
like
to.
to. I would like to.
But you've already showed me
But it ain't
time and
flowing.
time again that
This ain't what you.
That's not
this
how
ain't what
it's
you're
gonna work.
receptive to. You know. So it's just
it's
and
gonna be all right.
It's bothersome.
Everything is gonna be cool. Everything gonna be all right. It's gonna
And it's
shift.
just like
is that
I mean,
hey, let me ask y'all this. Is before I know we gotta go on break.
Yo.
Is that a sufficient answer?
no. That's
It's okay. Everything's all right.
For me,
But I challenge that sometimes too. You know,
Yeah.
on my sake, because sometimes we can be looking for something that's unrealistic.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know.
But the thing is, I feel like that's always the go-to answer. Like everything going because I was
Church
gonna, I was
taught
I was,
us that.
I was
Pray
I was,
about it.
I was gonna share, and I see we got to go to a break. But I was just like, in the moments that I do cry,
Yes.
because I don't cry as much as I used to, but in the moments that I do, and it's seen, it's powerful.
Yes.
So it's just like,
Come on.
wait a minute.
A black man shedding tears.
Yeah. Like let me try to figure this out.
Yeah.
Like this man is hurting. Like you get the ones that understand it and they'll come wipe the tears and be like, it's okay. You don't have to cry. It'll be all right.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay.
And it's just like, nah, sometimes I know it's going to be all right. And sometimes I don't know if it's going to be all right, but I need to talk about what I'm crying about. Ask me what's on my mind. Ask me what I'm feeling.
So because you cannot, man. Let's go on
Yeah,
break. Let's go
yeah,
on break.
yeah,
I'm gonna
just-
come back to that.
Come on with it.
It's the Patio PolitiCz.
Hey,
You
y'all,
already
stay
know what to
tuned,
do.
ladies.
We got to go get these buckaroos, these coinages.
Oh, buckaroo.
You know what I'm saying? hey, buckaroo.
All right, we're going to get some shmoney.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Gonna
after
go
this, y'all.
get some of
Stay
this
tuned.
moolah. It's the Patio PolitiCz. We're gonna be right back.
Stay shooting.
Shooting.
You are now rocking with the Patio PolitiCz.
When I say they shooting, I mean we shooting, because we shooting off some valuable bullets here. You know what I'm saying? With casings all around. Pick up the casings and keep them for
Because it's hot.
man. Yeah,
It's hot right now.
I'm in my feelings.
That's it.
Man, we drinking right now.
And guess
sure
what,
that.
y'all? They in their feelings, and I'm gonna hold this space.
Man,
I'm gonna hold this space as best as I can. I'm gonna hold this space.
I feel like it's cheating just a little bit, because it's crazy, because I just had the thought of like, stop saying that you always so emotional and that you always in your feelings, and that's what society has created, because it's
Hell
just like
yeah.
somebody out there gonna be like, well, damn nigga, like when are you a man? Like it's just like,
And who said that being emotional is not you being a man? Well, we already
like-
know where that came from.
You know what I'm
we know where
saying?
that came from.
That's why we
It's
got
like-
heart attacks. That's why we like.
Hell yeah.
That's one of the leading causes of the death that got to do with
Heart is heavy.
man.
Heart is heavy.
And we equate that to food, the diet and this.
But we don't never touch on the real thing, the real emotion, the real energy
Yes.
behind it that's weighing
Yes.
down that heart.
What causes the blood pressure to flow? It's not only
Yeah.
that. It's what's taking place up here
Yeah.
and the bottling up of it.
just to break the fourth wall just a little bit, because that's something that I just love to do. We don't really get into that space of delivering what we're stressing about in certain cases, and we have to find other things to release that in, whether it's verbally or whatever it is that you're looking and you're finding. If you're listening right now, I made this beat. I was in a very emotional place, as you could tell if you're listening to this beat and whatever, and so it helps me go back into that space and then pull from it. So I'm like, that's kind of cheating, low-key. I should have played another beat for this topic. So
I don't think so.
I wouldn't be so,
Everything
like-
is always in divine timing.
Yeah.
Think about that outlet and where we gotta find.
You
that
know what I'm saying?
Find the outlet.
You go
where we
other
can
places
find it.
to release
Right. Yes.
and get it out. And it's just like
on.
sometimes that stress is beautiful.
Yes. It comes out
Sometimes
to be.
it's gorgeous if we could just get it out and let somebody know about it.
What'd you say before we went to break? I was
About-
gonna speak on it, but I forgot what it was.
Oh, about crying.
Crying.
About crying and for the tears to be realized, but then like I said, along with the realization, there's no conversation to go along with it. We're just told it's gonna be okay. It's gonna
Thank
be
you.
all right.
So what I was saying was, what I wanted to say was, because you never really know which medicine that man needs at that moment, is it fair to say that if you are having that moment, right? I see you, shoulders is low. I can tell that your heart is heavy, and I come over to you and I see you, I see the tears. I wipe your tears. You know, I might hug you, I might hold you a little bit, I might kiss you a little bit, and I tell you everything is gonna be okay, it's all right. If that is not a sufficient answer for you and you want to talk more about it, is it fair to say that to me? Let me know after I tell you that.
Say what I want.
Sometimes.
Say to me, I really thank you for that, but I really want to talk about this.
Yeah, that's
Because I don't
that's
know
fine.
which
Yeah,
moments.
you don't know.
I don't know which moments
know.
where that is sufficient enough,
But then
and when there is more that needs to be had. I
And
can't
so-
read your mind.
I totally agree with you, but in some cases you might be dealing with somebody who don't do that at all.
yeah.
And so when you pulling from that, you
Well,
pulling
not
from that
them.
because I told you about it,
Okay.
rather opposed to that really coming from.
And even still, it just comes from learning your partner, because everything that you just said,
Yeah.
great. But
Yeah.
every man is different. Me, I'd have been fine with no words. Just come give me
But
your spirit.
that's what I'm saying, though.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. It depends. In my mind, it depends on whatever it is that you're holding.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Depend. That'll determine what medicine it is that I need to give
Yeah.
you. But it sounds like what I'm at least hearing is at the very least,
Acknowledge.
acknowledge that you see something is going on with me.
Yeah.
And then it's cool for me to tell you, I need this. Or to say nothing, because whatever I gave in the moment, that was sufficient enough for you. I just want people to start getting into the habit, men and women, of understanding that it's not reality for you to want your partner or think that your partner should read your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference in being in tune with your partner to recognize that something's going on and be able to acknowledge, let them know that you see it, acknowledge it, versus acknowledging it and then thinking that they know exactly what it is that you need. We have to have those lines of communication to be able to say like for example, I have a friend, her and her partner, whatever's going on, they're talking, and she's saying like, she was saying to me like, you know, I was like touching him, you know, and she was like, I could tell his energy, like he didn't want me to touch him. You know what I'm saying?
But he didn't want to tell you.
He I don't know if he just didn't tell her. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I mean, that friend is very intuitive, so she just kind of picked up on it. But you might have a partner that don't want to be touched when they're stressed. You might have a partner that, by all means, girl, cuddle me the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
how
saying?
you touch me.
Learn your lover.
Ooh,
It's
how you
how.
touch me?
Cause
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like what you said. Like, I understand you. Like when you was meaning that. Like I can just tell you like if I won't be held and stuff like that. But like sometimes like in the touching, like you can
like,
kind of feel the intention of that touch.
Yeah, because
You know,
sometimes
it's like,
a woman could bring electricity to you, and it's too much. Like, say if I got my head down and you come to me and just do one of these, like you
Okay.
you want
It's like, whoa.
you want for it to be like, yo, recognize who you are, like what's up.
But if
it's
I'm
just
like
I'm in a space to where it's like that's too much electricity for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Or
Okay.
I'm doing this because I feel like it's supposed to be what I'm doing.
Not necessarily me doing it from an authentic space.
Yeah, and then
Oh, so they're
shows up.
intuitive too, ladies, is
Yeah.
what they
That
saying.
shows
When you
up.
over here faking the funk, sis, he know.
I can't-
And that's why he ain't gonna tell you what he's stressed about, because he already know you over here faking it.
I
In
can't-
the back of your mind, you like, oh, what's going on with this nigga today?
For real.
Yeah.
And a nigga take that.
Yeah,
and just put it in his back
'cause
pocket.
that's
And
what
that's
we
not
gotta do.
okay.
It just adding on to the problem.
Yeah,
now, to where I ain't
that's
even gonna-
abuse.
Like me personally, I'd much rather receive from you if I know that you're giving it to me, not
Genuinely.
without me asking or pulling for you.
But hold on, see that.
I know it's a thin line there.
Yeah,
But-
yeah,
Go ahead.
because this is the thing. I can't read your mind.
Right.
I know you
And
can't.
just because you said it and then I do it doesn't mean that it's disingenuous. I think what comes into play then that's important is to read the energy of the person.
It's like I don't want you to do it because well he needs this. I know he probably wants this right now. So let me go.
Why?
And it's like I understand that, and like I said, I receive it, but it's just
Yeah.
like it feels that much better when I know it's coming from a place of I want to give him this.
I am though.
And not I'm giving it to him because he may want it. So let me just give it to him. I might not have it in me to give it to him, but let me give it to him because he looked like he needed it right now.
Well, okay, that I got you, because there's two. We in the
It's a
same
thin-
lane,
for sure, it's a thin
but it's on
line.
two different sides. Because I get it. Because on the one end, yeah, you have that, but I'm speaking from the end of like,
I genuinely want to give it to you.
yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
And if you tell me what I really need right now is for you to pick up my left foot and just hold the third toe down for me, I'm gonna pick up your foot and hold the third toe down for you.
So maybe, you know what I'm saying, go to your other and just be like, what do you need right now?
Yes, that's the question.
Sometimes
What do you
that,
need?
What do you
sometimes that
need?
question would just show that you care enough to just even just
Ooh.
to even just figure it out.
So
Even
we
if
just
we
gonna
don't,
start practicing that.
Even if we don't find
Yeah.
the solution,
Ladies,
but the
when
fact
you
that
see
you
your
genuinely
man,
care enough.
when you see your man and he seemed like something's off, just walk up to him and say, "Hey, love, what do you need right now?"
I always say assumptions create destruction. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So if you meet the situation with a question is never bad. It's never wrong. When you ask a question, you get an
Inquiry.
answer, and you're able to apply properly.
Now, is it fair to say that if I said to you, Kay, what do you need right now? And you said, I don't even know, Queen.
That sound like my response, type of my
I
response.
don't know.
Right.
Is it then fair for me to say to you, all right, when you figure it out, let me know, and then walk away?
Not quite. Not quite.
No, not quite. Not quite.
But before you say that, it's okay. Can I give you anything right now?
Okay. I like this.
But
I
just
like
that,
this.
like the fact that you care.
Yeah,
like, that's-
because now that we know that you care, once we say we don't know because we don't, then you're like, okay, we tapped in.
Uh-huh.
can I? And if you may think in your mind of something to give him, like, can I hug you?
Can I hold you?
Can I hold you? Or whatever, then it's just like that line of communication.
That doesn't mean that when you hug him or hold him, sis, that he gonna be ready to talk or he got to answer. But at least you are there for the support.
You're helping him figure out what he needs in that moment when he does not know.
Because maybe the hug will help prompt him to figure out what he needs.
Exactly.
And this is foreign ground for us when that happens. Because it's not like we constantly live in our emotions on a regular like the feminine do.
Mm-hmm.
But when we do, it might show up crazy. And I know sometimes, and you know, in some cases.
He choking my teddy bear in the back. Like, is that has something to do with me? Is you choking me? Or that's my teddy bear? And I love that one. Like,
Pooh Bear big.
Like, no, girl, I just need to get it out. Come here, let me smack that ass a little bit.
Like, why does he always go into the closet and I hear rumblings and shit with the door closed? Like, what is going on in there? Like,
I'm weak.
When I come back in here, nothing is a mess, so I'm really fucking confused.
I don't know what happened.
It's like,
my teddy bear feels a little softer though. I don't know what's happening.
I need my closet
Girl,
time right
just
now.
the way you be washing it. Just because you using that one detergent. I've been strangling the fuck out of that teddy bear.
Eyes getting big.
Yes. Man. So, all right, we got some. I think we've given some really good tools right now, because if you don't know anything else, just say, hey.
Yeah, ask a question. If
what do you
care
need
that
right
much.
now? If you care that much.
If you care that much.
What
if
do you
don't,
need right now? I don't know. Is it okay if I hug you? Can I just sit next to you?
You need me to bring you something? Be of
service?
Be of service. I almost didn't want to say that because I know it might trigger some folks out there, but just
be of service.
Be of service.
We want them to be of service to us. Be of service. It's okay.
It's an equal playing field, because as I research things and find out more things, like everybody, man and woman, we both carry masculine and feminine energy.
Yes.
And some of it, some men need to tap in on that feminine energy.
Yes.
Some women need to tap
balance.
less on the masculine,
less on the masculine energy. It's a balance. So it's just like when you come together, even if you're not saying anything and you're just balancing spirits.
It's literally the energy.
It's that sometimes we don't have to have no words, but just experiencing something together is just enough. Just the
Ooh, listen.
It's like when we share hugs, do we talk?
Nope. No, we don't.
But we talk, right?
Yes.
Hey.
I walked up to Kendon yesterday and just laid my hair right there. I was like, I need this.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is literally just the energetic exchange, the presence of both energies present that brings about a balance and brings about a steadiness.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's a recalibrating for you. You know what I mean? Like
regenerating.
Regenerating. Like earlier today, I don't know if it was before or after I was crying, but Mac was just like, come here.
Yeah.
You know, just stood like, it was no words, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just an embrace.
Hey, and that's the oldest form of communication, I feel like.
Because like in that space, it's like, okay, I recognized, I see the tear, I saw the head drop and everything. Is just like, let me give her space to go through whatever it is that she's going through.
And
then I'm going to ask her afterwards, are you okay?
Yeah.
Right. I want you to feel it first.
Yeah. And
let
she
it
was
sink
just,
in.
sadness
it's funny though,
lives
Mac
here.
and we didn't talk about this off camera, but just in the spirit of letting things flow genuinely. And I was sitting there crying. Mac asked me I don't know if you asked, I don't know
what's bothering you.
What's bothering me or what's going on, whatever the words were. But I could tell, like, I think that you might have been slightly uncomfortable. I don't know if you had something in your mouth, like if you were eating some food or not, but you had when you said it, it was like, hey, what's going on with you? Like, he genuinely wanted to ask, but it was like, I think you felt a little uncomfortable to ask
I wasn't
too.
uncomfortable.
Okay.
I just saw that it was fresh. Because it happened.
Treading lightly.
It happened right in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I saw every process of it, and it came from nowhere.
And being delicate with it.
So it's just it's like it's like when you see an animal out in the wild, and it's just like, I want to pet you, but like, let me let you know that I'm your friend, so that I don't get bit accidentally. You know what I'm saying? So
remember me?
Yeah.
That's right here. Smell my hand. You know me.
Yeah. So that's all it was. I was like, she just entered a space that she wasn't just in.
Yeah.
Let me let her have that moment in that space, and then when she's recollected enough to continue doing what I saw her doing beforehand, then I'm going to ask a question.
Right.
You
She's going to give me an answer.
Again.
Yeah, she's going to give me an answer, and then I'm going to move on that answer.
Yes.
And then if it's one of those like not talking about it right now, I know later I'ma hug you.
Right.
I'ma hug you.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So
I appreciate that.
It's just all about like, you know what I'm saying? Like knowing you, because when you're in that space, what would you want for somebody to do depending on the relationship? You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like you gotta think about that.
Hey, you know, like, man, even being a grown man, like I can say this and not like I want somebody to talk to and open up, but really what it would look like in a healthy, in an emotionally healthy relationship, I don't got all the words for it.
Yeah, because it's something new.
And it can only show up in connection. Like not in something that you can tell somebody. Like you can't force that, you know?
Yeah. It's a flow.
Yeah.
Be in it.
Yeah.
Be in the connection, ladies and gentlemen.
Like it's so many things to explain, but at the same time, it's just like I can't really explain it because half of the times the things that we stress about is something that we've never experienced before.
Right.
So it's a lot to process.
I'm processing it. So the brothers are processing it. Their brain is computing it. Because men are problem solvers naturally.
Yeah.
That's why when you say solution, they here for the solution. That's why it annoys them. And y'all can back me and say if I'm right or wrong. It annoys them when we
continuously
just keep talking because what he wants to know is just what is the problem so that I can fix it. And if we never get to that part because we just want to be vomiting, we probably should have been vomiting to our friends and then just brought him the part of it that tells him this is the problem so that he can get to the solution. You know what I'm saying? I think
when I bring you the solution, respect the solution. Because I took the time.
That's another panel for another day.
I took the time to dissect it once you brought it to me.
But we don't even know that though.
But that's why I said like sometimes knowing why people vent. Like I say at the head of the conversation, we'd be like, okay, let me ask you, do you need me just to listen to you? Or would you like some feedback?
Ooh,
you know, it's either one of the two and just see.
It depends on the person because I don't even ask that no more. I come in ready to listen.
Hey, look, sometimes, King Brother, we can just read it and then we know the medicine that they can provide. But sometimes some people are misunderstood. And sometimes that's when the friction happens. And, you know, we got to regroup on those questions.
I have a friend that she started asking me, do you have the capacity today? For you know,
so I can put some mind on you.
And I thought that was so magical. So
it's considerate.
So magical.
Very, very.
It's very
like,
considerate.
How much is on you right now?
And
because I got something that I want to share, but I don't want. And
it also affords you the opportunity to get what you really need.
Yes.
Because if I don't have the capacity for it today, then you're not going to get what it is that you need, what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the reality.
I take that so personal because then when you do find that time to open up and tell people about what's going on with you, they be like, well, how come you didn't say nothing? And it's just like, I couldn't. I really couldn't because I just saw that the weight that I carry is heavy enough. I'm so considerate that I know that my weight ain't the only weight in this world. You got what's going on with you.
Yes.
I don't want to put what's on me on you.
But you know what? I would like to challenge y'all as men to stop doing that as much as you do. And I say that because that creates an energy where things are not being reciprocated in the proper ways when you are in communion with your partner. That creates a space where you are continuing to be weighed down, brushing it under the rug, and it's noble and it's appreciated. It's appreciated that you are saying like, I can hold it, but the reality is you shouldn't have to hold all of it. If we are in a partnership, we should be holding these things together. And it's not to take away from you as a man and saying that you're incapable of it. It's me saying to you that I am your partner.
Man.
I am your partner. So if you got that backpack on and that motherfucker is overflowing, give me the opportunity to at least extend my arm and hold that
Get some
motherfucker
of
a
it
little
out.
bit.
'Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm the type. I'm gonna carry that backpack to the bottom.
I want you to not do that though.
Yeah, and I hear
because
you.
what it's doing is it's creating an energy within you that is causing you stress. Even though you're saying I can handle it, mentally you can handle it for sure, but emotionally, spiritually, physically, it's still causing something to happen inside of you. And if I am your partner and I'm here, we talking about we doing this together, trust me that I love you enough. I got it. I got it too.
Yeah.
I got it too. If I'm your partner, then we got some things that's alike. You know what I'm saying? And I can body it too. You know what I'm saying? Men are used to just, they're carrying a lot of the shit, especially black men.
My back hurt
I got
now.
It. Don't even trip. I'll deal with it. I got it.
Yeah,
My
like
back and my chest hurt right now.
you know, black men are, and it's not to negate what black women, but we talking about
Not
the
at all.
men.
Not at all.
Black men are carrying so many things, and they are taught, unfortunately, in so many ways
To just carry it.
to just carry the stuff, to take the lick, to take the stabbing, to take the gunshot, to take the kick, to take the
And be a man about
disregard, and be
Tough
a man
up.
about it. Strap your boots, keep it pushing. It's so unfair. It's so unequivocally unfair. So I challenge y'all to be fair to yourself. It does not mean that you are not showing me that you're capable. It doesn't mean that you're not showing me that you're willing. It doesn't mean that you're not showing me that you love me enough to take on mine and still carry yours. Tell me. Don't hold it. You know what I'm saying? Let me be the partner that you need in life, because the world outside don't give a fuck.
Not at all. Not at all.
But here I do. So don't hold it. Don't hold it.
Man.
Let me hold it with you. Let me hold it with you. When I pour out to you and I sit it all on your lap and then I ask you, so what's going on with you?
That's
Pour
valid.
it.
That's valid.
Pour that shit.
Because it's a lot.
This is what we here for. This is why we are in this partnership. So we can work this out. Pour me. I'ma pour you. We gonna lay down. We gonna Netflix and chill. We gonna whatever it is. You know
and
what
the
I'm
energy
saying?
is so damn good after that.
Yeah, man.
Feels
Yeah.
it's a healing space.
I don't want you to be heavier.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to be as light as I am. Because you're giving me the opportunity to be loved by you in a different way by letting me pour it on to you. Let me love you in that way. I challenge y'all to not feel like your emotions are only yours to handle. For real. Like, I challenge y'all with that, because it's not. If we even if we're not in a relationship like that, like we a village, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's hard and it's heavy for you, tell me it's hard and heavy for you. I probably have a solution, but I won't be able to love you in that way if you don't tell me. Tell me. Tell your village. Tell your mate, so we can handle it together. Otherwise, we supposed to be iRobot around this motherfucker, and it's just one person and a whole bunch of robots
Real
around.
spill.
Hey, I'll be Will Smith because I got me some leather chucks too. I'll fight
Nah,
me some
bro, we don't want you to
machines.
be Will Smith. We want you to be Toby.
Well, yeah. Speaking of which,
I got
you know
me
what
crying
I'm
on the patio and shit. I'm
We gonna create some space to get some breaths in and breathe and bring it back centered. You know what I'm saying?
we ain't done.
Yeah, we not
ain't
done.
done.
We not
Dang,
done.
I thought we was done.
We almost at the finish line. We almost at the finish line. Yeah.
We crying on the patio.
Yeah.
All right,
We got
well, I
one more
guess we're
round
taking
left
a
in
break.
us. Yeah,
Can you
yeah,
grab
yeah.
some tissue?
I got you.
We'll be back on the patio, y'all. Stay tuned.
You are now rocking with the Patio PolitiCz.
Yeah, we rocking and we rolling and we moving and we riding on the topic.
Welcome back to the patio, y'all.
Why don't men speak about what's stressing them?
No, I told y'all they had me stressed. Now in the last segment, they had me over here dropping tears and shit.
It's crazy how men can pull so many emotions.
See that?
So many
Look,
different
opened up the
moments.
heart and brought a little chill in
Yeah,
here.
brought a little
She
chill. Had to
warm
go,
in this
you know,
motherfucker.
had to go get snug and you know what I'm saying. I guess I can't get no hugs. I just got to get this, you know, little
You
fabric.
can get them.
And shit.
You know, we just politicking right now. So
I don't know
All the
about
built
that.
up gunk got
You know what
it.
I'm saying?
Gotta get out.
I'm hugging you. I'm hugging you spiritually. You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
no, thank you.
Yeah, no thank
I
you.
want you to ask my permission to hug me spiritually.
I never asked. My spirit is right.
You
My
can't
spirit
just
wanna
come
touch
up
you.
on me.
My spirit is a pervert.
I was just finna say that. You giving real perverse energy. I'ma hug you, girl. I'ma touch you.
my spirit a pervert. I listen. When my spirit say go do, I go do.
And that's a problem.
I
That's
go
a
do.
problem.
But it's not a problem because my spirit don't say go do a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I really gotta listen to
that's
it when
a
it
problem.
speak. You know what I'm saying?
Don't be touching me. Your spirit tell you to touch me. You ask my permission.
My spirit is touching you now.
And that's why I'm over here kicking. What the ass? You just got finished
that's-
saying. Why
and
do we
that's-
just got finished talking about if somebody?
And that's
you know, man.
that's why men don't express what's stressing.
We ain't talking about me in this. We talking about me. You over here wanting to cross my personal spiritual boundary.
When my spirit be stressing, they need to get out and go touch something, and you just rebuking the energy.
Yeah, I'm rebuking that. My spirit want to get out and touch something. Pause.
I want to share. Maybe it can be helped dissect. I thought it was just crazy to me. I was in a relationship. I was in a situation before and cried. First time I've never cried in front of a woman before.
First time you ever cried in front of a woman?
I cried. I let it out, and after that, I let it out all in a moment or whatever, you know. And it was some words after that, a little consoling and whatnot. But after that moment, though, I felt like I never wanted to do that again.
Why?
Right?
I feel that.
Like I felt like I never want to do that again.
Was the words that were said, or like the space?
It was introduced again, like in another heated moment.
Okay.
My tears were brought up.
Yeah.
In the context that they were brought up in, it was like it is
Oh, it brought they brought that
Yeah.
moment back up.
maybe that, right? But see, look, that's not the thing.
Or just
So,
through the situation in the moment. You know what I'm saying? The heat is rising, and you want to bring that to the forefront.
Is that
So
what
look,
you're saying? What
yeah,
happened?
So look, that happened,
Okay.
right? And then but then years later down the line, like to where I'm around another woman, and then they just flow freely, like to where I feel more vulnerable and open, you know. And like just understanding myself, be like like, you know, like I felt the wall up in this atmosphere. Like, is it like just made me look like, is it a person thing or is it a me thing? That's
okay.
where like where my
Okay.
mind was at. Like, man, like,
Yeah.
do I have an issue? Is this something that I can be doing differently to allow myself to get to that space, or is it I'm just responding?
To
You know,
the
and
energy.
based on everything that we talking about, like I can see that it is give and take too.
Yes.
But like, you know, just for sake
The
of
energy.
Yeah.
It sounds like yes. I mean, I guess you could say it's situational, but like Mac was saying earlier, I think that was you saying like knowing the energy of a person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and let me make sure I'm clear. So you did it the first time, and then you felt like you never wanted to do it again because it came up again later.
So look, no, that's how I felt in the moment, right? But then that came up later, and it solidified it for me.
Okay.
But
See.
that was just
Like
the whole
this-
package.
Well, I was
It
gonna
was-
say
it
that
wasn't-
means
it
your
wasn't- it
intuition
wasn't-
picked up on
Yeah,
that.
it wasn't that you didn't want to do it again. You didn't want to do it in the space with the person that you shared it with.
Shared it with.
Because my thing is, I've been in a few relationships, not that many, but enough to where I can still remember every single one of them because I spent time there. And as I grew as a man and as a person, there were moments where, okay, I cried because something hurt, you know what I'm saying? Which is normal because we human. Somebody passed, you know what I'm saying? I cried, shared those tears. And then as I grew, those tears, like, it stopped for a moment because, you know, there was no passing, there was no hurt, there was no pain and arguments, you know what I'm saying? You just walk away or however, whatever, like there's really no tears. But after my accident, was crying all the damn time now. It's like it offset because I trained myself to be so strong and to not cry. Like I was crying at every thought, every moment, every situation, because it's just I always go back to I could not be here going through these things or whatever. And so they start triggering more emotions and I start crying randomly at different times. You know what I'm saying? Just letting it out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like the wall's not there no more. Like it's coming out. And it was just really one of those, like, she grew to like not really understand it, but cater it a little bit differently, even though if it wasn't the best, because it's not something she was used to, because it used to go from the first moment that I shed a tear, it was just like, why are you crying? You know what I'm saying? To now we're here like 3 years later and it's just like, I still might not know why you're crying, but I'm not going to ask you why you're crying. I'm just going to come and say, I don't like to see you cry. I'm going to wipe your tear. Maybe we might talk about it, maybe we might not, but it's just like, it wasn't about the person anymore. Yeah. Like, it was about me letting out what I needed to let out.
Now, this version of yourself now, how do you deal with those emotions inside of yourself, like your outlets?
I let it out. Sometimes I pull for it to come out, and when it's not coming out, I'm like, I may feel it, but it's not resonating with me heavy enough for me to shed those tears. Yeah. But I do know that it's like something's going to come. Right. It's almost like a septic tank. You know what I'm saying? It's filling up. It's filling up.
And it may not be heavy enough for it to drop, but it may be a yell or
whatever. Whatever it may be, because it may be silent frustration. Right. It may be like, you know what I'm saying, like I said earlier, going to a closet and I'm about to have it with everything in this closet, but I'm gonna fix everything back up because that's therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? I had to like find other things that stopped me from hurting myself more. Hitting things, kicking things, getting sprains, like breaking shit, like off because like I couldn't let it out any other type of way, through communication, through being understood. It was just a lot. But just when you find those pockets of this is a safe space, right? Oh man, let it out.
Yeah, man. I think that I'm glad that you brought that up, Kay, because in my experience and in my opinion from observation, a man shedding some tears or sharing his emotions in that way, and he's not used to doing it, would, like you said, I ain't doing this again, but like you said, like it's not the what you're doing, it's the who you're doing it with. And a lot of times at least from my observation when I'm talking to men, they tend to not pay attention to the fact that it's the person that they did it with. They're looking at what it is that they're doing, because what they were doing was already uncomfortable in the first place. Yeah. So you just gave me a reason to not do this anymore, instead of saying, oh, you just not the person I need to do this with. And that's why I was saying in the last segment, like, I would like to challenge y'all to really not hold the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because you have the right, it's your birthright as a human to have emotions, to have emotional reactions, to cry, to, you know, share whatever it is. And so if it's a person that you're sharing it with and it don't go well, that don't mean that now you just need to say fuck it and I'm just gonna hold this shit in forever. Like, no, just say fuck them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If anything, you know what I'm saying? Because you need that. You need that. You deserve that. It is your right, you know, and that's what helps you to shoulder the rest of the things that are going on. But if you just say, fuck it, I'll never do that shit again, like, you're cheating yourself in a way that's way, like, that person could be just a lesson in a moment in time for you, and you'll never see him again, you know, after whatever is dissolved between the two of y'all. But you have solidified something in your life for your lifetime. You know what I'm saying?
You gain more strength. I use myself as an example. I don't know if everybody on the outside world or whatever, us here, like when we do episodes, there was a progression for me. Like from my interview to actually like doing what it is that I need to do to get myself back right, to be a part of the team and work and everything. It was okay. I had a lot of release there, but not all the release that I needed. So it started off like, you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna cry, you know what I'm saying? Before that, it was, I want to, but I'm not saying anything about it. Now I'm not gonna cry, I'm mentioning it. Now it's, all right, well, you know what I'm saying? I know I was probably shedding a few tears in between commercial breaks or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to let it be seen. And then it's like, oh, I'm crying behind these glasses right now. And then it's like, no, I'm going to take them off so you can see these tears and know that what I'm saying is genuine and it's real. And if they drop, they drop. If they don't, they don't. But this light is bright enough for you to see how glassy-eyed I am right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a strength building mechanism to where it's just like, I don't care what space that I'm in. Right. When it's ready to come, I'm going to let it come because it has to come.
Yeah, it's coming up
cleansing.
To come out. There you go. There you
cleansing.
go. And so when you have those experiences where you share something and you don't get the response that you're looking for, don't cheat yourself out of the understanding and the execution of what it is that you need. Just know that that's not the space for it.
Because at that point, once you get there, you're no longer looking for any particular response.
That's right.
You're healing yourself.
Yeah, you just know that this is what I need.
I don't care what y'all think.
That's why when I was sitting there earlier and I started to cry, I was like, because I've had to, this is not about the ladies, but I'm just sharing real quick, like I had to actively teach myself to allow my emotions to flow. You know, like I had taught myself unconsciously, I had taught myself how to suppress my tears. You know, when I'm around people and stuff chokes me up, or, you know what I'm saying, I'm watching The Lion King and motherfucking Mufasa die. Like, nigga, I'm about to cry, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But you feel it and you hold it, you know what I'm saying? And you push it back down. And like, I had to actively start making tell myself like, no,
don't be resistant
and drop my shoulders and you know, and breathe. And so, and that's like you said, it's a buildup, you know, you get to it. So that's why when I was sitting in the chair, I'm like, something's happening.
And it's like so much stuff was on my mind to say, to do, or whatever. It's just like, nope. Spirit telling me that's not my position right now. So I'm gonna play the position that the Spirit is telling me.
You know, one time I had I don't know where I was. It could have been a social work class. But they were saying, like, when you see a person crying, don't touch them. And they were saying don't touch them because the touch
could take them out of it.
Yeah, it takes them out of the feeling of it. You know what I'm saying? It makes the tears stop. And for a while, I'd heard that, but I didn't really get it until I started understanding energy. And it's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's just that there is an emotion that's rising up from this person. There is something that's happening internally, energetically. And when you touch them, you're breaking that up. You know what I'm saying?
So it's a shock to their system.
It's a shock to their system. It's like a slice. You know what I'm saying? In the energy flow that's happening. And so, yeah, it'll break it up. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that was really, really great that we said, like, how can I help you? What do you need? Before I reach out to touch you. Because until a person gets to a space where they've worked well enough that the tears are just going to keep flowing, you could interrupt, you know, that magic moment for them by imparting on them what you think it is that they need at the moment.
Touch them with your words.
Yes. Or just sometimes, like we said, just be there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Be an open spirit. You know what I'm saying?
For the fellas, man, I know for me, sometimes not having that outlet in the verbal, like, you know, out in the world or in another human, look for it elsewhere sometimes. I think for men, it's definitely a great for us to work out. Like, you know, have a 3 times a week or something like that, just to keep yourself going. And sometimes what working out doing, it's like, it's not giving yourself the feedback that you possibly need, but you're not letting that energy just sit on your heart and sit on your
that's
chest.
What the workout is, right?
You're not letting the sickness build.
It's getting the energy out.
Yeah, you getting it out. And sometimes you might just want to swing on something, but that masculine, that warrior energy, it shows up when you working out, because how you push yourself is doing the same thing that you do when you push yourself in an aggressive moment as well, you know, when you working out. For me, poetry, writing, if you do music, man, go to your vices, man, for sure. Because one thing for sure, the healthy vices, because one thing drugs and alcohol is going to do, it's just going to help you bury the problems, mask the problem, run from the problem, and
or make it worse.
Or amplify it.
That's what I mean, amplify it.
For real.
I shadow box often. I got a favorite combo. I be hitting it out of nowhere. You know, sometimes it ain't even nothing wrong with me, but just that energy is just like
Yeah.
All right, for sure. I'm good. I'm
That
gravy.
testosterone
You know what I'm saying?
stuff.
Knocked
they
a couple
got.
of ghosts out.
Yeah, man. What?
He said I done knocked a couple
There's
of
some
ghosts
Caspers
out.
knocked out in the corner like shit, man.
Slumped.
Like, I ain't even do nothing. I was just flying past and just caught hands. Like, sorry, your bad.
For real.
That's
Came in the
funny.
force field.
For
But
real.
there are ways, fellas. There are ways to release.
Yeah, don't cheat
Positive
yourself.
ways.
Please don't cheat yourself.
But
Sex ain't it either. Always.
not always.
sometimes.
Sometimes it's
Sometimes.
good for your
Sometimes.
baby.
Sometimes even the
That's
toxic.
that can be a toxic vice.
Yeah, I mean,
too.
well,
it could be.
It could be.
Sometimes it help out. It works.
I mean,
No, but
sometimes
you gotta-
it get the energy
You know what I'm saying?
moving. That's
For
for
sure
sure.
The aggression, you know, you get a little animalistic with it or whatever. It's just like, hey, I needed this. Like that could be people's way of talking. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
like,
it
like I'm
is,
talking
but you
about my
also
problems.
still need to be talking too.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
just
Find
be
a real
clear about
resolution
that.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let's be clear about
There's
that.
a lot of band-aids, but verbally speaking to that right
Yeah.
person, even if it's to yourself in the corner in the mirror, however, just as long as you are vocalizing it and getting it up out of you, you are healing.
I would just like to say, because I know we running out of time here, I would just like to first say to y'all, man, thank y'all so much. Thank you. And what I'm thanking y'all for is the willingness to be vulnerable enough to have the conversation that we just had and to share it with the world. You know what I'm saying? To allow your emotions to flow. Whatever it was you were feeling inside your body, you know, feeling inside in your chest, you know, thank y'all for being courageous enough to just let it happen, you know, and in real time exercise the idea that shit, this my time, this my space, you know, and
Ain't no later.
yeah, you know, it's just, I don't know. I think black men are really magical. So I always get very emotional
Black
y'all.
women are
When,
just as magical. And
yeah.
as long as we bouncing that energy off of each other, that electricity is going to power up a nation.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's it. And so, ladies, my last word is just, if you care, show you care. Don't have an expectation on what it looks like in the medicine that you give. Just ask. Let them know that you see him. That's, for me, I want them to know that I see them. And if I see them and they know that I see them, then I think everything else flows a little easier. I see y'all. You know what I'm saying? And when I see them, I can feel them. So I know when something's off. And I think what we said today, the medicine, the tools to take away from today is when you see a man and he look like he's struggling or he's stressing, at the very least, say, hey, what do you need? How can I help you? How can I be of service to you right now? It takes nothing away from you. It builds your relationship. It makes you greater for him and with him and to him. So do that. And then see what he says. And if he says, I don't know, then that, can I just sit down with you? Can I hug you? Can I hold your hand? I do that. I did do that with these guys. I mean,
She does.
I think I did it to T yesterday. I was like, let me hold your hand.
Hey, and that's a great example.
Yeah.
For real.
Let me just hold your hand. I promise you, ladies, the softness that you want to experience with your man,
It's there.
it's there. It's there. And all you got to do is just give him a little softness. Give him a little softness.
Give us some of that feminine energy.
Come on.
That's it.
You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on. Balance out. Balance it out.
As we are balanced out, this has been therapeutic, you know?
Man.
Conversations are therapeutic. Words are therapeutic. Being able to be heard and understood and have a conversation of likeness is therapeutic. Find somebody that you could do that with. Fellas, let that stress out. Don't let that stress take you out.
That's it.
Because it will.
That's it.
It will. It will.
Be love, be light, y'all.
Man.
Hey.
Shout outs to the sponsors.
Come on.
Y'all make sure y'all like, y'all subscribe, y'all click that notification bell, join the conversation in the comments, follow us on social media, join the conversation. If you like to join the patio, there are ways to do so. As long as you just do everything that I asked of you in this moment, you know what I'm saying?
There it is.
Hey.
What you was gonna say, Kay? You put the arms up. What you was gonna say?
Hey, that's it.
There it
Oh,
is.
there it is.
Welcome to the
There it
patio.
is. Yeah.
Man.
Many blessings every Tuesday, y'all know. Tap
6
in.
p.m.
We got
6
it.
p.m. We thank y'all. We love y'all. Ride on.
Ride us out.